went ahead and also saw how the mapping is done. What is the relevance of that mapping? What does a delivery type in EWM, what does that mean? What does it comprise of? It comprises of the document category. Okay. So document category goes ahead and divides the various delivery types into various, it divides the various delivery types on its various processes. Okay, different types of processes, or should I say different types of outcomes. So if we have an inbound delivery which is created with reference to a purchase order, it would have a different inbound delivery. Okay, different inbound delivery type. However, if it is created with respect to a purchase order or to a process order or a production order, then it will have a different inbound delivery document type. However, all of this would have the same document category, right? Then we went ahead and we saw what is an item category, what is the relevance of an item category. After that, in both of this, the delivery document type and the item type, we saw the relevance of profiles. We saw what exactly is the service profile, what are the various profiles over there. We have the status profile, we have the quantity offsetting profile, all these. We went ahead and checked that onto what exactly these profiles mean and what is the relevance of them. See, we understood that, and this is how basically, and then we created an inbound delivery and tried to distribute it, which it got distributed automatically, and then we saw how does the delivery document header and how does the delivery document header see. Just a minute, guys. Hello?
Yeah, Manoj.
Yeah. So we spoke about the delivery document integration and its relevance. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to go ahead and get a little get inside the warehouse now. Okay, now that we've understood the basic integration and how that integration happens, what we'll be doing is we'll be going here inside the warehouse and we'll be understanding what exactly are the structural elements within a warehouse. Okay. And also, we'll be going ahead and understanding what are the various master data that we have within the warehouse. Okay?
Okay.
All right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like we said that we've got this warehouse in EWM. Okay, this is the structure. Should I say that if I say that this is the org structure of EWM? structure of a warehouse in EWM, we've actually not completed the entire org structure. Okay, because over here we are only talking about the plant. Okay, we are only talking about we are only talking about the plant. We're talking about the storage location. We're talking about the intermediate warehouse and the final warehouse within EWM. But apart from this, inside the warehouse in EWM, we've got certain other structural elements, and those elements would be okay. All right. So under the storage, should I say under the warehouse? Okay. Once we go ahead and create the warehouse, after that we need to go ahead and assign its own structural elements within the warehouse. Okay. So the structural elements within the warehouse would be the storage type, okay, the storage section, the storage bin, and the last structural element that we have within a warehouse would be a quant. Now let us understand what exactly a storage type is. Okay. Why don't we take an example? Let's take an example of your own office. Okay. Let us consider let's consider your own office. So if you consider your office as a warehouse, okay, if you consider your office as a warehouse, then in that case, let's say that as soon as you enter your warehouse, as soon as you enter your organization, you've got, let's say, multiple floors. Okay, you've got multiple floors within your organization. So, or should I say, let's say you've got multiple departments within your warehouse, within your organization. There's one department which only looks into SAP. There's one department which only looks into PeopleSoft. There's one department which only looks into Java developments. So if we say that, if we talk about that, then in that case we can go and categorize all of them as different storage types. Okay, and then let's consider the example of a department which only looks into SAP. Now within that department SAP, if SAP department is a storage type, okay, now within that department we can have multiple storage sections. Storage sections, we can go ahead and demark them as let's say teams which go ahead and work on multiple modules. So every module can be created as one storage section. Okay, every module can go ahead and be created as one storage section, and within that storage section, we can have multiple storage bins. This is where the actual stock is placed. Okay, so here, if we talk about that, then in that case, we can consider them every storage bin as let's say your cubicle. Every storage bin can be your cubicle, and the place where you sit, that's your storage bin, and then you would be the product, or you would be called as the quant. Okay, right guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, Manoj.
Yeah. Now let's consider that in the real world example. Okay, let's consider that you going here and configuring a warehouse for a retail client. Okay, let's say a Walmart. Okay, so in this case, the warehouse of Walmart, okay, let's say you've got one warehouse. Inside that, you may have to create multiple storage types. Now, just like in the earlier example we took, we can have multiple storage types. Let's say we can have a store. Now, Walmart is a huge retailer, right? So it can go ahead and retail. It's going to go ahead and do retailing for fruits and vegetables, for groceries, for electronic items, for cold storage items, for hardware items, all of that. So then each and every such kind of a subsection can be created as one storage type. So we can have a storage type for a cold storage. Okay, now cold storage type will only handle all this, let's say meat or wine bottles or chocolates. Then we can have a storage type for electronics. Okay, you can have a storage type for electronics. Now this would only have electronic items, irrespective of how big or how small these electronic items are. Then we can have a storage type for perishable items. And I'm talking about fruits and vegetables. So we can go ahead and create such storage types for each and every type of a different product or having different characteristics. Likewise, under the storage type, let's say if you're talking about an electronic storage type, okay, under the storage type, we can create storage sections. Now the storage sections would be, we can go ahead and create a storage section such as fast moving and slow moving. Okay. Now let's consider electronic items. Wherein certain electronic items which are very fast moving. Like let's say it's the monsoons. Okay. Now in the monsoons, probably you'll have one of the fastest moving items. Let's say we've got torch, because there might be some kind of a power outage. So if you're talking about a handheld torch, okay, something like that. So all these are fast moving items, and likewise we might have slow moving items also. Okay, so we can go ahead and create sections within a storage type. We can also go ahead and create storage sections based on the product. So like let's say if you've got your storage type is electronic items, we can go ahead and create storage sections such as storage section for Cisco, because all the Cisco products will be inside that storage section, or a storage section for let's say a Sony storage section for Samsung. We can go ahead and create all of that like that. We can go ahead and create storage sections accordingly, or else we can go ahead and create storage sections such as home appliances, mobile accessories. We can go ahead and create storage sections in that way. Okay. All right, guys.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. Please carry on.
Yeah, Shashi, you there?
Yeah, Manoj.
Yeah. Okay. So that will be the storage section. So storage section is nothing but a further demarcation or a further declassification of your storage type. Okay. Likewise, a storage bin is a further demarcation within your storage section, and a storage bin is the actual location within a warehouse wherein the product is physically kept and is managed. Okay, so just like in MM, if you go ahead and check that in MM, we say that all your products are managed at the S-log level. Okay, out here when you see the report, okay, when you see any report, any stock reports, or when you do any kind of a transaction, we'll be doing that kind of a transaction at the storage bin level. Okay. All right. Now the next, sorry. Hello.
Nothing, Manoj.
Hello.
Hello, Manoj.
Yeah.
Yeah, please carry on.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the next, next important term that we talk about is a quant. What exactly is a quant? You can say that a quant is nothing but one quantity of a product that is placed inside a storage bin. So now let's say if if in a certain storage bin, we've got 100 eaches or 100 eaches or 100 numbers of a product. Then in that case we will say that within that storage bin we've got 100 quants. Okay. Right, guys?
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay. There is another important term
Manoj.
in the warehouse. Yeah.
See the quant here and the quant in the ECC, the definition is the same.
Yes.
Okay. So of a similar batch
ECC WM, right? You're talking about the ECC WM.
Yeah, ECC WM quant.
Yes, it's the same.
So here also the material of if it is batch managed of the same batch or so all these form the quant, right?
Your voice is breaking, Suhail.
No, in WM we have material of a similar nature of a similar batch that forms a quant. Here also
I'm not able to hear you, Suhail. Your voice is breaking.
No, in ECC we have the definition of quant, material of similar same material with the same batch.
Yeah.
So here also it qualifies.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So just like in WM, we've got the definition of a storage type, section, bin, and quant. It's the same. It's similar.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Manoj.
All right. Yeah. Now, Isashi, you're clear?
Yeah, Manoj.
Okay. Now the next important structural element that we will discuss within a warehouse is known as an activity area. Okay. An activity area, if you talk about the definition of an activity area is a collection of storage bins, okay, wherein a certain kind of an activity is performed. Now these storage bins can be of the same storage type or they can be of different storage types. Okay, but a collection of storage bins is known as an activity area. Okay.
Okay. What is the purpose?
What exactly an activity area does, and why is it that we go ahead and divide the warehouse into multiple activity areas? Okay. The reason why we do this is, let's say if you want to go ahead and you've created a warehouse, okay, and you want to go ahead and you've got multiple resources within your warehouse, and you want to restrict, or you want to stop, or you want to restrict, prohibit a certain employee or your employees to go to any area. Okay, we can go ahead and create these activity areas and then only assign those activity areas to that employee where he should go. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, Manoj.
Yeah. This is one advantage or one use of an activity area. Another use of an activity area is what happens is, let's say if you got a storage type. Okay, you've got a warehouse and it's got multiple aisles within a warehouse. Okay. Now what happens is, there might be certain times that some user or some warehouse executive is picking something from that warehouse, from that aisle. Okay, so if he's picking from something from that aisle, he will not want to go ahead, and you may not want a user, another executive, to take a forklift and do a put away over there, right? So in such cases you will have to go ahead and create activity areas. So let's, hello, guys?
Yeah, Manoj.
Yeah. So basically, an activity area is a logical grouping. An activity area is a logical grouping for storage bins within one storage type or multiple storage types. And another thing is, you can have, basically, you can say that an activity area is an entire storage type, okay, as in all the bins within that storage type. Or else you can have an activity area with you can have wherein the storage bins are of two different storage types. Okay, so basically an activity area, we can say that it's like, you can say it's a picking area. Okay, so if I say that this activity area is only for picking, so then in that case only picking activities will happen in that area. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can go and create activity areas in that way. Let us go and check that in the system. So let's say this is the warehouse. Okay. Now this is the warehouse. We'll go ahead and create storage type. So all of these are storage types. Okay. All of these are storage types within her warehouse. Okay. So we can have different storage types. Over here we are using, based on the characteristics of the storage type. We are having something like a rack storage, a high rack, a general storage area, a bulk storage area, a pallet storage area. So we can create multiple storage types based on either the characteristics of that area or the bins over there, or else
Manoj, the
we can
storage area
create
and storage type both are
sorry?
same? Storage
Sorry?
area and storage type, are they same?
Storage area.
Yeah.
Usually they are the same.
Yeah, in the descriptions they had given like general storage area or something like that. So I just got.
Oh, okay, okay. No, that's just the description.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just a description. So
Okay.
basically, this is the storage type. Okay. This is a storage type, and this is just a description.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So now within the storage type, within the storage type, we can have multiple, we can have multiple or different types of configuration. We'll get into that once we get into the, inbound process. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are the various storage types within a warehouse. Now, because the thing is, we see that this is the warehouse, so we can see that this warehouse is being divided into multiple storage types. We've got a storage type for for hazardous substances. We've got a storage type wherein you only keep high rack. We've got a storage type which is an interim zone. When we got to do something like a two-step picking, something all that. But then we've got a storage type where we will do only counting and quality inspection. Okay. So basically, what we're trying to do over here is we're trying to go ahead and divide the entire warehouse into logical areas. Okay. Into physical areas wherein we do some kind of an activity, or we are doing some kind of a should I say a certain function, or should I say another way by looking at this, how do I go ahead and place, where do I keep, what kind of a products am I going to be placing in a certain area. So that becomes a certain storage type. Okay.
Yeah.
The next classification would be a storage section. Okay. Now, just like I said, let's say if you're talking about a warehouse, wherein let's say you're talking about a warehouse for a fashion retailer. Okay. Or let's say you're talking about a warehouse for Walmart. Let's take that example as a Walmart. Now in that case, within Walmart, within the storage types, let's say you're having a storage type for fruits and vegetables. Okay. Now within fruits and vegetables, there might be certain items within fruits and vegetables that will be very high moving, fast moving, should I say. Something like onions, potatoes, tomatoes. And then there'll be certain, products, something like, even in capsicum, we've got multiple different types of capsicums, right? We've got something which is like a yellow, red, green, different types of capsicums, right? Now, there might be cases that these type of vegetables are not very fast moving, they're slow moving. Hello?
Okay. Yeah, Manoj, continue.
Yes. So now in such cases, what we'll be doing is we'll be going ahead and making making a fast moving section and a slow moving section. So now within the fast moving section, we'll be keeping products such as like, onions, potatoes, tomatoes, basically the fast moving section will be very close to the door. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the reason being is all these items are very fast moving, so you don't want to spend a lot of time in going to the end of the warehouse or going to the end of the aisle, picking these items and then going to the door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that case, we can go and create fast moving items and slow moving items. Okay, based on the product characteristics or based on the saleability of the product. We can go and create different different types of storage sections. It's not necessary that we create fast moving and slow moving only. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Yeah. So now another example of a storage section can also be, let's say, let's take the same example or let's take an example of a warehouse of chroma. Now Chroma is an electronic store, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now if let's say if you are asked to go and create, if you are asked to go and create a warehouse, configure the warehouse for Chroma, how would you do it? You would first go and create that warehouse. You would create and go and let's say you would create multiple storage types. So each and every storage type would be for a certain category of electronics. Right? So let's say you would create a section for home entertainment, wherein you would only be keeping in TVs and music systems and all that. Then you'll be keeping something like a home appliance or kitchen appliance, where you'll be keeping all these. That will be a different storage type. Okay. Then there will be a certain storage type for personal computing or computers or something like that. Computer hardware and software. Right?
Yeah.
So all these will be different types of all these can be different types of storage types. And now within let's say a computer software section, computer hardware section, you can create a computer hardware storage type. We can create multiple storage sections. Okay?
Okay.
Sorry?
Nothing, Manoj, we can continue.
Yeah. So that's how we create storage sections. The next definition that we need to understand is of a storage bin. Like we said, storage bin is the location where we go and place the product. Now inside the storage, every storage bin is of a certain type. Okay. Now within your warehouse, you might have cases. You might have a case wherein a certain area of a storage type, a certain area within a storage within your warehouse has got large bins. There are certain storage bins within your warehouse which has got small bins, right?
Okay.
There are certain storage bins within your warehouse which have got a huge depth, right? So in such cases, we go ahead and divide, or should I say, go ahead and classify or group these different types of storage bins into storage bin types. Okay. Now you see this? Over here, we've divided a storage bin type, storage bins, to different storage bin types. There's one wherein the location height is 1 meter, and the next is location height is 2 meters. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So whatever storage bins that I've got, this storage, this location height, we'll be creating them as one storage bin type. Okay?
Okay.
So this is how we go ahead and divide the storage bins also. Then there is something which is known as a storage bin structure. Okay. You can go ahead and create. All right. Let's take an example. Okay. Now let's say within your in your organization, if you see your desk, okay, in your desk, every desk there probably might be a number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every desk has a certain number. The reason being is, so let's say whenever you go ahead and speak to your what do you say, whenever you go ahead and speak to any of your IT help desk, let's say if your desktop is not working, your laptop is not working, you're not able to connect the Wi-Fi or LAN cable or something like that. You call up the IT team and tell them that your desk number is, let's say, 2SF101. 2SF101. Okay, or should I say 2SFB101. Now here, the reason why you probably say that is you've been given a certain nomenclature. Okay, the bin has been given a certain kind of a nomenclature, and the nomenclature would be over here in this case would be 2SF. 2SF means block number 2, or should I say building number 2. Okay, second floor, B wing, like 2SFB, and desk number would be 101. Okay.
Okay.
So that's the nomenclature that you give it, right? That's given to your desk at your organization. Yeah. Likewise, even for storage bins, you create a certain structure or a certain nomenclature for a storage bin, and this is where you do that. So we've got the storage bin template. Okay. Now basically, you see all these, the C's and the N's over here.
Yeah.
And you see the structure. And you see the start value and the end value and the increment. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So what does that
now let's
mean?
understand this first.
Okay.
Okay. All the C's that you have over here, they are all characters. Okay. They are all characters, or should I say they are all constants. Okay.
Okay.
N that you have, this is basically a numerical number. Okay, a numerical number which will go and keep on incrementing. Okay.
Okay.
Then you've got another C over here. It also depends. It also identifies or points to a certain character. Okay. Likewise, we've got two other N's over here, then a C, then N, and then multiple C's over here. Okay. So now let's get into exactly what this is. So if you see over here on the top, if you see on top, you see how many. Let's count the number of characters over here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now let's come down and then let's count the number of characters out here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Okay.
Now these 5 characters are constants. They are not going to change or they are not going to increment.
Okay.
But then you see the numbers over here. 2 numbers, 2 N's.
Yeah.
And you've got A, that's ale. A is for ale. Okay.
Okay.
So you've got 0, 1, and then you've got this end value as 0, 5.
Okay.
And just below that we see what's the increment value. So the storage bin over here will be 0150 dash 01 dash 01 dash 01. Okay. Then it will be 0150 dash 01 dash 01 dash 02. Okay. Because over here,
okay,
yeah, the end value is still 05, right? And the increment is 01. So likewise, the storage bin will get generated. Okay.
Okay.
So now within the storage bin, if you see, what are the additional data or what is the important data that is there? So you see, we say that this storage bin is for this kind of this is the storage type, that all the storage bins will be for. This is the storage section and this is the storage bin type. So you see this location height is 1 meter. So that's the storage bin type. Okay.
Okay.
Now within the storage bin structure, we can also go and put in some other data such as what's the maximum weight, what's the maximum value, volume, what is the total capacity. Now if we say that, let's say the maximum weight is 100 kgs.
Okay.
So in that case, all the bins that are created with using the structure will have the maximum weight as 100 kgs. Alright guys?
Yeah.
Likewise, we can play with the with volume also. Okay. So let's say if you're having a put away, if you're having some, let's say if you're having a consignment, wherein you're having each and every product is let's say 50 kgs. Okay. And you received 5 such products. So when you do a put away, the system will first take the first product, place it inside. You take the second product, you place it inside. Now when you take the third product, the that storage bin is already full, and the system will suggest another storage bin for you, because the maximum capacity for that storage bin is 100 kgs. Alright guys?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you understood the storage bin structure?
A couple of doubts, Manoj.
Yeah, go ahead please.
So, can you scroll up?
Sorry?
Can you please scroll up?
Yeah.
Okay. So here in the structure, what are the different values we can give, like AAS, and what are the SS and LL?
Okay. You understood what is CNN?
Yeah, constants and numerics. Yeah.
Yeah. Or should I say characters and numericals? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Structures, within structure we've got A, L and S. A is for ale. S is for stack.
Okay.
And L is for level.
Okay.
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 Yeah. So if you actually visualize a warehouse, you'll say that, let's say it's got multiple A's within that warehouse, right?
Yeah.
So here if you see in this storage type, this storage type is 1205.
Okay.
And then the stacking, the stacking that we do, it has got, let's say it has got 10 stackings. Okay.
Okay.
And the number of levels that you have is 5 levels.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Let's actually see one of the storage bins for the storage type.
Okay. So can we have a storage bin structure like where the A, B, C something characters also there? So after 0 to 9, can we go to A, B, C, D, something like that?
No, then how will you increment?
Okay.
You'll not be able to increment, right?
Okay, it's only numerics are allowed.
Numericals only, yeah. Only the numericals will be able to. You'll be able to,
the variable part will be numeric. Okay.
Yeah. So you see this?
Yeah.
So here we see that it goes from 01 to 05. Then this number gets, then the stack number gets incremented. It becomes 02. Then from 02 it goes to 05, 03 it goes to 05, likewise.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was about the storage bin structure. Okay?
Yeah.
Then let us go ahead and understand the other, storage, should I say, the other exact, let us understand the other, structural elements within the warehouse. Okay?
Okay.
Now let us understand what exactly is an activity area.
Okay. Manoj, in the storage bin structure definition, there are X, Y, Z coordinates. So those are actual, those are real values, or we just fill something dummy values over there?
No. See, basically the XYZ coordinates, you can go ahead and make that. Okay. But all that, you'll have to actually have those XYZ coordinates for your warehouse.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you go ahead and do that, you can go ahead and do the mapping of the XYZ coordinates. Okay. But then what you'll have to do is you'll have to have first a physical layout of your warehouse. And then starting from the left hand side bottom corner of that layout,
Okay.
that you have the blueprint, should I say,
Okay.
of your warehouse. Then you'll be mapping those coordinates, and then accordingly you'll be going ahead and maintaining those coordinates for the storage bin.
Okay.
Okay, so you can do that.
Okay.
Alright. Now the next section that we need to understand is something which is known as an activity area. Now before we understand what an activity area is, we'll have to understand what exactly is an activity. Okay. Now if you see this warehouse, okay,
Yeah.
within this warehouse we've got different types of activities. The activities would be stock removal, put away, internal movements, physical inventory,
Posting change.
posting change. These are the different types of activities that we can have within a warehouse.
Okay.
Okay. So these are the different types of activities. Activities, or should I say, these are the different types of processes that will happen within a warehouse.
Yeah.
So we can go ahead and create or group activity areas based on a certain activity. Okay.
Okay.
Manoj, what is the joined indicator?
Okay. A joint indicator is basically, let's say if you have got two activity areas.
Okay.
Okay. Two activity areas and you want to go ahead and join them together. Basically you say that both these activity areas are joint. They're not distinct.
Okay.
Then you can go ahead and create the activity areas as joint.
Now, what is the purpose of that?
Hello?
Purpose of that joining, does it serve any purpose?
Yes. you can have a purpose for that also. Okay. Let's say you've got two activity areas, and both the activity areas have got different activities that are performed within them. Okay.
Okay.
Now, let's say it is having the same type of activity that is being performed in both those activity areas. So rather than going here and creating as two different, rather than going here and creating it as having, of course, two different activity areas, you can create it as a joint, a joint storage activity area, wherein when you're trying to create your warehouse order, okay, when you're trying to create your warehouse order, at that time, the system will go ahead and consider saying that, okay, both these activity areas are joint. Okay.
Okay.
So you mean these activity areas physically or side by side, something like that, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Now we can create a single activity area, right? For that entire.
Sorry.
We can create one activity area instead of two, right?
Yes.
So why create two and join?
Okay, the reason being is you might probably want to go ahead and you might probably want to go ahead and make, like I said, one of the purposes of an activity area is to go ahead and restrict the resources, from going to a certain activity area.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and create multiple activity areas in that case.
Okay.
And then create them as joint.
Okay, Manoj.
Hello?
Yeah. Understood.
Yeah. Okay.
No, this activity area is some kind of pick area we had in WM, picking area.
Your voice is breaking, Suhail.
No, in WM, ECC WM we had picking area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is the activity area similar to that? Picking area.
Hello?
Yeah, 1 minute. I am typing. Are you able to see in? I have done. I have typed something.
Hello?
Yeah, Manoj.
Yeah, I'm not able to hear you, Suhail.
I have typed in the chat box. Did you see that?
The question is, okay.
Okay, I got it.
You got it, Suhail?
Okay, yeah, got it.
Okay? Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. So we can go and create this activity area. Then after that, there's something which is known as, assign the storage bins to the activity areas. So I will say that, let's say if I created an activity area, I would now want to go ahead and create, or assign certain storage bins within this activity area, right? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if that is the case, then I will go ahead and assign, I'll start the storage bin. I'll have a start bin and an end bin over there within this activity area. So what will happen is, all the storage bins that I have mentioned, all the storage bins between the start and end bin are within that activity area. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Likewise, like I said, it is not necessary that you have only certain storage bins as an activity area. You can have an entire storage type as an activity area. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
So you don't have to go ahead and create, group multiple storage bins into different activity areas and all that. You can have an entire storage type as an activity area also.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was exactly about activity areas. Okay, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just wrap up on what we did today. We spoke about the structural elements within a warehouse. We started off with a storage type. Then we spoke about what exactly a storage section is. What is the relevance of a storage section? We spoke about a storage bin type. What is the relevance of a storage bin type? We saw the storage bin generation. How does the storage bin template is created? How do we go ahead and add additional data within the storage bin based on the total capacity, total volume, max capacity, max volume. After that, we spoke about the concept known as activity areas. Okay, what is the relevance of an activity area, and how does the activity area function? What are the different types of activities, and why is it that an activity area is important or not important?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good, I guess.
Yeah. Manoj, do we go through this storage type definition in detail? What are the parameters are there?
No, we've not. So that is something we will be doing tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll be talking about in depth about the various storage types. Okay.
Okay.
There is something which is known as storage type role. Okay.
Okay.
I'll just show where exactly that is. Something which is known as storage type role.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So you divide or you classify your storage type based on the storage type role.
Okay.
So we'll be getting into that in detail tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Fine.
Along with that, we'll also be talking about some other, another storage, warehouse structural element tomorrow also, and then we'll be taking up the master data tomorrow. Master data. Okay.
Okay. Fine.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So any doubts?
What are the other?
Actually, I have created a delivery, but that came to EWM but failed in SMQ2. It is saying some.
What's the delivery number?
Delivery number. Maybe you can find. Okay.
No, I don't see it in SMQ2.
Wait.
No, where in SMQ2? ECC or SCM?
What is the warehouse number?
Warehouse number is EZ01.
What E?
Yeah, E. E for elephant, G for goat, 0, 1. Yeah. I just pinged you the delivery number. That is a outbound delivery actually.
Outbound delivery.
Yeah.
What's the delivery number?
Yeah, I just pinged you. Actually, it went to EWM.
No, but we don't see that in the queue over there, right?
Yeah, that was actually surprised me. I could see that yesterday also. Maybe someone might have cleared that LUW.
Do one thing, create a new delivery and try to process it,
Yeah,
okay?
sure.
And we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Okay?
in chat box you can find the error message it was shown to me. So could not create the delivery data.
Okay. Create a new one and we'll see that tomorrow.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So alright guys, so we'll see tomorrow.
Yeah, Manoj.
Okay.
Yeah. Bye Zoel, bye Sasi.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.